Good day, everybody. It's Max, and welcome back to Satisfactory Update 8, the 2,000 hour plus map, which is now at actually 2,055 hours and change, you hit. And in today's episode, it's Nuclear Waste Day, Part 1. Let's call it that. We're gonna run out of room soon. And if we run out of room, it's game over. Now, obviously, when you run a map for 2,000 plus hours, you have a lot of nuclear waste. And we have a lot of boxes of nuclear waste. Yeah, it's going to be a 2,200 map soon. Yeah, really. So we have to add more storage. I accidentally hit the car horn. I haven't switched the screen over yet. It's very intense here, people. It's very intense. All right, but let's just get things underway. Before we get started, of course, I want to thank all recent subscribers as their names are going in the bottom of the screen. Of course, big thanks to chat. Jamie, of course, I'm glad you can always catch me in the very early mornings of Australian time. All the things. It's all pretty cool. And, of course, to everybody that watches me later on, I appreciate that very much. So you should switch over to the border and the things. You know what? Let's just go straight to this for now. We'll have a look at the map afterwards because the sun has just come up, and we are going to need to get in there. We need to get in there and get stuff done. So we are here at the nuclear facility. Of course, we are now over the swamp of the nuclear facility, which is like 40% darker than all other places on the map. I'm telling you, it's the swamp. The swamp is literally death. Like you drive into the swamp area and the sky turns black, and it's just like death warmed over here all the time. All the time, people. It's the way it is. What can I tell you? It's scary. Oh, there's our 10-second lag every 5 minutes. I see that still kicking around. That's awesome. So, nevertheless, we're gonna drive down here. I just got to pick up some. I got to pick up some aluminum for doing aluminum belts. We need that Mark V belt of all the Mark V things, and we're gonna need a little bit of this belt here. Yeah. So hold on. Yeah, turn in there. There you go. Oh, careful. Now, Mark V belt. What the heck? Is it processed aluminum I need, or is it like just cheap aluminum I need? What aluminum do you need with it? Mark V. All right, it's the sheets I need, not the raw stuff. The raw stuff is fine. Okay. So we should have lots of that over here. Like raw processed aluminum is like usually all my aluminum gets turned into sheets and then trained out, which is why having raw aluminum for making like aluminum casings and stuff, which is a thing I don't make because I use alternative recipes, was a very big headache. And you know what you forgot to do, Max? Turn the sound of the game on. There you go. Look at that. You go, boy. Jeez, Max. Holy smokes. It's wonder we get anything done here today, people. It's wonder we get anything done now. So do we got some? Yes, there we go. Listen, I need some of this. Yeah, can I have some? Sure. Yep. Give me that. That's 1,000. You shouldn't need any more. Well, I say that. I don't. The thing is it's very poisonous. It's a very dangerous place over there. Now I have kind of started the work already, and that was just so as I kind of had the spacing worked out, made sure that like I knew first I had to get some foundations down, right? And being over there is very deadly, right? So you go over there and you get out of the car and you just watch the old filters get sucked up dry as the counter goes crazy over there. So you gotta kind of focus a little bit here, right? So I have started some things, but there's still plenty of work to do over here, so as we don't run out anytime soon. Running out very bad. We do not want to run out, people. We do not. No. Thanks, left hand. I was going to say. See, when I drive the car, I don't drive it with my left hand. I usually drive it with my right hand. Now, the way I do that is that I actually take my right hand and then drive it with the WASD keys because, well, as mentioned, my left hand doesn't work so well, right? Now, my left hand, I use WASD for all kinds of things, but when I'm driving the car in Satisfactory, I don't know, I've just gotten into the habit of driving with my right hand over WASD. But it does mean I have to keep shuffling the keyboard around when I'm driving the car versus when I'm not in the car, right? You know, because that's the thing. What is the purpose of the trains compared to just miles of belts? Nothing. That's the best answer ever. Yeah, I would just trains in any game are an unknown, right? And I hate that, right? Like, for example, you know how much a belt will do, right? Mark 5 belts, 720 items a minute, right? I know that. Now, it's simple math, right? If I know that if I need 1,500, like let's say I need 1,440 items, right? Well, I know I need 2 Mark 5 belts worth the items, right? No math required. By the way, I'm stopping and going here while I'm talking, right? It's not really bad lag yet. I mean, there's a little lag, but it's not that bad. It's me stopping and starting all the time. You know, like what you know what you're getting with belts, right? Oh, you got to stop here, dude. You know why? You need pipe. Oh, don't drive. Let me tell you, if we drive off, we lose the car if we drive off of this one. There's no way to save the car if we drive off of here. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so, but trains... So first you'd have to have a look at how many cars you have. Then you have to calculate the time, the circular time of the train itself. There's a lot of math going on. There's so much math. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's 5 stacks apiece. We're gonna see if that will do it. Yeah, there's a lot of math. There's a lot of math with trains. Now, don't get me wrong. Trains can take a mass amount of stuff, right? Like, you can put on bucket loads of train cars. And if you really were taking that amount of stuff, like if you were taking like 10, 20,000 items and you needed, you know, you wanted 10,000 items a minute or something like that, you know, trains are definitely way to go. But you never get that kind of amount of stuff. You never. So, I mean, the amount of lag in the game would be crazy. I'm just looking at all my scary waste here. So, yeah, as we fill up the bottom row of the bottom boxes, we're going to come down here. So, yeah, I mean, the purpose of trains, yeah, I mean, in most factory games, I find a lot of times it's like, is it not just faster just to belt across the map? And yeah, I hate to say it, but it probably is. It probably is faster to do it that way. So you can see it here, but at the same time, trains are cool to play with. And if I can get them up and running and working properly, they actually will do a decent job. It's just, there's more math involved, right? So here's our new boxes. Yep. All right, now what did I do with the mouse? What did I do with the mouse? There we go. All right, we got the mouse back. Okay, so I'm going to get out of the car. I'm going to hate it. I'm going to hate it. Was thinking the same. It is. Ship out all your waste in a train. But ship it to where? That's the problem. You can't ship it anywhere, right? Like, it's not like it goes anywhere. Okay. You got some work to do here, Max. So I need this box. And I need this box to go this way, and I need to do that for every second box up here. And yes, this is, oh, darn it. And this is just going to be painful. There's no way to avoid this pain. Mr. Johnson, I hope it's all good in the neighborhood, by the way. Yeah, there's no way to avoid this pain, people. This pain is going to happen no matter what you do. And so as I watch the filter count go down, it is what it is. We just accept the fact that, you know, there's going to be some pain involved here. And not much I can do about it. Of course, we try not to diddly-daddle around here, right? Diddly-daddling is very bad. Yeah, we don't want to diddly-daddle. You know, we've got things to do. And the worst part is that, like, if I get the order of these boxes wrong, just by one, like, then you have to take it all apart and start again, right? So I'm trying really not to mess this up. Yeah, don't mess up, because it's bad when you do. Okay, and now I need, yep. Boy, the stuff's just flying through the air, isn't it? Crazy. It's crazy to watch all the stuff just flying through the air to make stuff. It's funny. So you cannot recycle this, okay? But that's why we're going to push for the particle colliders, because we can turn this into something else, which then we can recycle. That's the way it is, right? Your phones decide to be extra finicky today, so I'll only catch the first hour. No problem. It is what it is. You know, I understand, Mr. Johnson. It's all good. Okay. So, now that we got that part done, yep. This is where, why is that doing that? Oh, because of that, right. So, it's all very scary. And you gotta work this math out. Max, you gotta work the math out, buddy. Because I'll tell you right now, it will get very ugly. Let's go to 3. I want to see some arrows here for a second. There we go. So, you got out. So, that's out going in. Out going in. Okay. So, let's go to 3. That's out going in. Right. Yep. I see you guys are going to get all excited here. Right. A lot of excitement's going to happen here really fast. So. Nope, not that one. Okay, look. You're really going to hate yourself here for a few minutes. So let's just really hate yourself. I mean, these boxes are all full anyway. This isn't going to make any difference. Yeah, you're down to 138 filters, dude. Don't mess this up. Okay. Sure, he says. Listen, take that nuclear waste out of your inventory. It'll at least slow down a little bit. It'll slow down the eating of the stuff a little bit. All right, let's go. So obviously, we're starting to hook these boxes in, right? So these boxes will start shuffling everything around, right? They're going to be like, whoa, what are you doing? And I'm like, yeah, that's a thing. Yep. Okay. Now, you have to go down the back side of this too, right? So I'm doing all these loops on the front side, but then I got to go down the back side, and I got to put all these loops in. I think my neighbor might have gotten a rooster. I think the rooster might find its way somewheres. Now, it's a very complicated story. I don't know, maybe. But now my neighbor, they don't live, like, now you got to remember where I live. My neighbors aren't very close, right? Like, it's not like living in a city or something like that, or even in suburbia. Oh, that's way too many there, Max. Where, you know, like the neighbor's like 50 feet away from you, right? My neighbors, each of my neighbors are several hundred feet away from me, right? That being said, I think, now one of my neighbors, they have small kids, and they're always out screaming, and that's fine. That doesn't really bother me that much. But one thing I will note is I think they got a rooster. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, no. That can't be happening. That's just so much wrong going on there. Okay. So that's going to be all the front half of that. Okay. So now what do we got? Now you got to go to the back side of this, and you got to plug in some things. Okay. Be very, very careful. Because, you know, you're on the edge of the world here. Yep. All right. Yeah, that's right, Nightbot. Sure, he says. Everything is fine, he says. But not really, he says. I understand, Nightbot. I totally understand. Okay. Kids aren't screaming at 6 a.m. That's my whole theory, right? Yeah, I you know, and that's right, and I don't mind, you know, I don't mind that, you know, they have kids that are out in the backyard, you know, playing and stuff, right? In fact, that's kind of part of the problem with today's world. I think more kids should be outside out playing, right? So I am perfectly fine with that, but I am not fine with a rooster. The rooster will not be a fine addition to our little corner of the world here. We'll have to talk about that. No, I have not. Now, I mean, I have just put in like probably 100 boxes, so this is probably good for a long time, right? But I'd like to not actually fill all these boxes up. One of the things about this series is to actually get particle colliders up and running and start getting rid of all this waste, right? Because really, this waste is a problem. It's a headache, right? So we don't want this headache to be around anymore. You know, headache bad. So I really would like to. I mean. Getting rid of this much waste will take 1,000 hours, I'm sure of it. Not much I can do about that, because it is what it is. But, okay, do you want to do a really cool thing here, Max? What's that? Well, I guess you should try and do a little bridging here, right? Yes, I should. Okay. So we'll do that one here. So you can drive the car through here if I want to, right? And then this one would go here. And then that one would go here. And then this one would go right there. Okay. And right? Everybody moving? I mean, all you see is a lot of blinking stuff moving around all over the place. Right, now I have to fix you guys. So I need you to go in there. And that now starts moving you all down. Holy smokes. All the things are going to start moving all of a sudden. It's very scary. It's very scary. Right, yes. That's harmony right there, people. Look at that. I mean, look at all the waste moving through all the boxes. It's musical. It's very musical. That's the way it should be, people. That's the way it should be. Okay, so I bought myself some more time. How much more time? Don't know. But a fair amount. A fair amount, right? I mean, these boxes hold a lot of waste. Well, this one doesn't, because these are all new boxes. Drive down here where there's some boxes. I mean, these boxes hold a lot of waste, right? I mean, there's 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. So each box holds 24,000 containers, right? I think each power plant releases 300 containers every 10 minutes, if that somehow comes to mind. So, I mean, we should have enough. Like, I could probably play for another, you know, some months. I could play for some months now, and we'd be okay, right? Sure, he says. Everything's fine, he says. So, with the waste problem now temporarily stored apart, I used 117 filters for that. So I think I have 136 left. Was that what I had left? 105. Never mind. I used... well, I had 250. So almost 150 filters. I used almost 150 filters to get that done. Alright, that's fine. That's not too bad. I mean, you know, what's 150 filters between friends? Alright, but we got brand... I mean, that is very cool. I love watching. It's very mesmerizing, right? It goes back and forth and back and forth. It's very cool looking. Are we mass producing filters yet? No, we're not. We're probably going to have to, though. Well, to do the next part over here, we'll have to have more filters. I still have probably 300 filters left over from my handcrafting components, but we will put that on a manufacturing list. So obviously, what's going to start happening now is, like, we had 17 boxes, but now, see, these are all going to start to empty over, right? And they will slowly make their way over, and you'll see this whole bottom row empty out. It will take a little time, because moving 24,000 barrels of anything, well, okay, if there's 24,000 in a box, and these belts do 720 a minute, well, that's about 30 minutes to empty each box. So I've just put on another 100 boxes. So you're looking at, what? You know, you're looking at, you know, at least an hour, a couple hours worth of emptying just to shuffle the boxes around, right? When the waste eventually does go, no, it doesn't. The radiation goes bye-bye, which will be awesome. Now, we'll never get totally rid of the radiation, because as the nuclear power plants make more waste, hence what we see here, it'll have to be converted. Now, this space right here, so we're looking between the storage and the nuclear facility. This space in here will become the new particle collider space. So basically what's going to happen is we're going to put in the new collider space right there in that big hole. Right there. So that way we can you know, start to empty out all this waste, right? Now, I don't know how much, I mean, I would like to at least put down enough particle colliders to keep up with all the nuclear power plants that I have running. I mean, I have a lot of nuclear power plants running, right? At the moment I don't. I only have 12 running at the moment, because I need the 12. I need those 12 running, because, you know, things, right? We do have, like, this nuclear facility is fully this is a fully armed and operational nuclear facility. You betcha. This facility is going full tilt, and I love it. Let's have a look at this, people. Yeah, like, everything here is working, and it's working really good. Yep, there, stay up there. I mean, look, those are green lights, people. Well, okay, there's a few yellow lights in there, but as things turn on and off. But I mean, that's a fully functional factory. That's a fully functional nuclear factory. Oh yeah, that's, yup. Yeah, I bought myself about 1,300 hours, right? Yeah. So obviously, I bought myself. Now, I mean, that would be about right. I did add on about 1/4 of the size of the boxes over there. So I mean, you know, we're probably pretty safe for the near foreseeable future. That being said, each of those items over there causes lag, right? We would love to get rid of that lag, so we want to get rid of this stuff, and so we want to be able to start cutting into that lag. And you know, you can't get rid of it any other way, so you know, less items, always better. But this is a fully functional factory. I mean, everything is. Look at all the green lights. It's beautiful over here. I love it. Love it. We did such a good job, people. I want to congratulate. I'm going to congratulate all of us on that, because we did such a great job. We did all such a great job. In fact, let's have a look to see just how many boxes of nuclear rods. Because you got to remember, this this factory is producing enough rods to do, I think, 62 nuclear reactors at the moment. I'd have to do the math on it. Oh, I know it's doing at least 50. I know that. Yep. So, nevertheless, but with only 12 reactors turned on, a lot of these rods that are being made, right, are currently now being just stored in boxes. Look at all the green lights down here. This makes me happy. I see there's a few yellow lights here, but that's... I have been out here multiple times, and these all have been green at times, so... now, there's a bunch of lag here, because we're getting into a bunch of... we're getting into a zone of lagness. That'll be fine here for a second. But I want to come down here and see how we're doing with our boxes. Like, I'll be very surprised when these actually start to back up. It's not very often you see that. You've run out of gas. No! Well, the radiation here is not too bad. It's fine. Please. Child's radiation. No big deal. You want to see the adult radiation. You want to go to the X zone over there. That's the adult section. Alright. Alright, so here's our boxes. We were down to 3.5. When I first loaded the map, it had a little over 4. And where are we at now? We were down to about 3.5. We're now back to 4 and what? How many is in this box? 4.5. All right, well, that's not too bad, right? That's not too bad. So 4.5 boxes of radiation of actual cores. We should be pretty good. All right, catch you on that bus. Catch you after the bus. Well, I won't catch you on the bus. I know what you mean. I'll see you shortly. It's all good. Okay, let's get the car turned around. And then I'm going to bring up the map of things, people. The map of things. Because there is more power to be put on board. And we want that power on board, people. That power has to happen. All right. Let's see. We're gonna make a quick switch. We're gonna make a quick change to the switches out here. Out here, just past this post. I want to change one of these switches to be an auto switch, and you'll see what I've been up to in the last little bit. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be lag here. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there's lag. I mean, there's nuclear rods all over the place. It's a very dangerous place. Okay. So you are green. That's good. We want to fix this. Okay, stop here. And again, this is more of a temporary fix than a permanent fix. You're just a power switch. Whatever. So we're gonna take you out. Oh, hello. Everything just died over there, right? Yes. The fuse is broken. Yes, it is. Well, okay, the fuse shouldn't be broken on this. Like, yeah, I was gonna say. Consumption is 5,000. Production is 24. Mass consumption, yeah, is 27. Yeah, okay, yeah, well, that's because I just took off this mega crazy factory over here. But I'm going to put it back online. I'm just changing the power output to one of them automated ones. Yeah. That's what we're doing. I just want to change it to an automated one from a non-automated one. Do this, do that, do this. Really? You want to give me a hard time, do you? Sure, he says. Okay. Do that. And then put you right here. Sure. Give you power. Go to this. Radiation is better than spiders. It definitely is. I am so agree to that. I so agree to that. Yeah, listen, no. I need you to be part of this little solution. Yeah, can we squeeze you over, flip you this way? No, just... No, don't do that. You really don't want to sit in the middle for me, do you? No, you just want to be, you just want to hate the world. Fine, hate the world over here then. Okay, so do that, do this, do that, do this. I can't spell. That's gonna be a problem. So we're gonna turn that on. I'm not gonna be able to spell this. I'm just gonna put bauxite here for now, and then I'll look up the spelling later. Do that, and circuit breaker priority. It can go under priority 2. There we go. It can do that. So you can see here as I've been going around. Okay, one of your power grids is shut down. Why? Why is it shut down? Why? What are you talking about? It's operational. Everything is fine. Yes, I'm sure it would try to, if it wanted to, it would try to consume that. There we go. It's fine. Everything is fine. I was going to say, you guys can't consume all that power yet. You have to come online first. And I'm not turning on any more nuclear power until we get more of the factory up and running. Currently, you got to remember, we have the ability to do 118,000 megawatts, and the most we would use at the moment is 93,000 megawatts. So I have enough power, but I just don't want to turn it all on just yet. So we're going to leave that off here for a bit. All right, so you're happy, yeah. That's our master power switch back there, that if we have to kill off the whole world, we hit that switch. Life is good. This factory is now online with its little doodaddy thing. Sure. Did you want to drive this way, or do you want to drive the other way? Okay, let's go the other way. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You're going to hate it either way. You're going to hate it either way. But we got to get back to the city. Out here in the world of the swamps, where everything just tries to eat you all the time. Holy smokes. But I definitely agree. I will definitely deal with the radiation. Gas filters. I can make gas filters all day long. I am perfectly fine with this. Spiders, them stupid spiders. And I don't even know why they make a rifle. Like the rifle doesn't do nothing now. Like, it's not even good for a beating stick. I must admit, I am very disappointed in the rifle. I don't know what they've done in the last few upgrades with it, but the rifle's junk. It really is. Well, normal bullets are anyway. I haven't tried like all this new bullet stuff, but it's like they really nerfed the gun in this game. I go up to creatures and I'm blasting away with the gun, and these creatures are like, whatever, we're going to kill you. And I'm like, whatever. Anyway, that's my rant. That's my rant for today, people. The gun has become a wussy stick. It's a stick of a weapon. It's no good. So we're going to have to do a big cleanup one day. Like, all of this has to be cleaned up. It's very sad, but it has to be done. The rebar gun, maybe. But, the rebar gun's slow to load, the whole 9 yards. I think it'll have to come down to maybe possibly making nuclear bullets, or whatever that crazy stuff is. Something to do with update 6 or 7, right? I think in update 6 they came out with new bullet types and new weapon types. I just didn't want to really get into getting into that kind of crafting, but I don't think I got much choice. It appears that the gun can't kill anything anymore. It can if you have plenty of time and 1,000 bullets, but these creatures don't care about your time or your bullets. So, some of these crazy hogs, they take hundreds of bullets to take down. Like this blue guy here that we're about to see. This blue guy, holy smokes, the amount of bullets I gotta shove into him to kill one of those. It's crazy. I mean, I've blown through like 150 bullets to take one of them down. It's just, and it's like, and he's not just standing there taking it, right? He's you know, during the entire time he is like trying to eat me alive, while he spits out rock and a whole bunch of stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure they're just making creatures now just to get silly, do silly things with them. Should make a note here. I still haven't brought up the map for the day. Gonna make a note here that this is oil. Oh, this must be the 5 minutes. This must be the 5-minute pause. All right, there it is. The mysterious 5-minute pause that no one seems to know what that does. Anyway, this oil field number 2 is going to have to be totally redesigned anyway. So I didn't even bother trying to put it on the power network. I am going to leave that offline. I mean, it's not really functional anyway. It's an old design. It will jam up a lot, the whole 9 yards. All of that has to be torn out and all reassembled anyway. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to spend a whole bunch more time down there trying to. Now, yes, these birds are awesome. Look at this bird pretending to be a flower and then hoping that a bug will land inside. Look at him. He's pretending to be a flower, so his bugs will land in there, and then he can eat them. I think those birds are awesome. The one thing I do got to watch out for is this is also an area for copper. So the one thing I do got to fix down here is like the whole left side of this thing is oil, but the right side of this, right, where we are in the car right now, is copper. Oh, you've messed this up. Get it. Oh, nice catch, nice save. Auto turrets to keep the factory is clear. Well, I can understand. You know, you get into the whole auto turrets thing, and really, factories themselves, for the most part, do stay clear, right? It's not like you got a lot of creatures running around in factories all the time. I find it's never that bad anyway. They tend not to spawn on the concrete. So this is a copper setup, which is currently offline, right? Yeah, you are dead, mister. And this is not good. I do need this back up and running. Yes, I need it all up and running. But I need the copper portion running before I need the oil running. So I probably should try to get this hooked back in somehow. We did take them geothermal generators offline too, trying to find out the crazy station problem that we had here. So what I should try to do is get rid of junk like this, right? Like, I'm going to separate this off. Like, yeah, I don't care about you guys over here and what you're doing. Well, this makes concrete. That's all this does. This is a concrete maker. Because you're always everywhere I go, I always need concrete. So that's, I mean, concrete's important. So, okay, we got that one taken care of. Is there any other magical lines coming off of this thing? What's going on here? Oh, okay, so that is the train station for this copper. Now, yes, I'll need that train station back one day, but I'm not worried about giving it power right now. In fact, how much? Oh, wow, that's cleaned right out. There is nothing in that train station. That's scary. I suppose there's nothing in this box then. Nope. All right. Well, that makes me a little nervous. Now, not that nervous. It turns out I'm getting copper from the top of that hill there. This is a supplement component line, so that's okay. That can stay offline for now. I would like to bring this back online, or at least put it on a circuit network. At least I know then it is good to go, right? Oh, you probably should have held off. All right, so there's the two generators. We know they're not hooked into anything else. Just the two generators are hooked into this post, and then this post comes over here. So let's get these guys back down here. Put you right into there. Sure. Okay, what are you doing? Production maximum consumption 6 megawatts. So, well, there you go. Them two little generators up there are trying to provide power for these guys, which is cute, but whatever. I don't care about that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this power line here and hook it into that power network up there, is, I think, the plan. Okay, that way at least I know these have power, so when I do need the copper, we haven't even looked at that part of the factory. We should probably try to take a quick peek at it. That's a we'll have to do a little bit of a drive around to get that to show up. So what do you want to do here, Max? So let's take you. Okay, yep, right up to here. Sure, he says. All right, let's go for a walk. Here we go. And you can do it left hand. You can do it. Yep, good job. And again, you can do it. You can do it. Okay, one more time. One more time. Yep, there you go. You the man. You the man. All right. Yep. Oh, easy, easy, easy. We don't want to hurt ourselves here. So. I'm gonna sneeze in a second. Okay. That was, yep. That's always entertainment. Okay. I need you to come off of there. And you're there, and I need you to do this, do that. Okay, A, B. Nope, I need A and B to be like that. I need you to plug into A. I need you to plug into B. Okay, and you are going to be copper raw. There, done. Excellent. Very good. And you can come down here to this. Yep, nope. You can go right into there, dude. Yeah, there you go. I don't know why I have the RCUs turned off, but I'll turn them back on now. Okay, there we go. So now copper has the potential of all the things. Okay, let's get into the car and get out of here. At least that brings the copper piece back online. Oh, wait a minute. I was going to take a tour. No, we'll do this from the other direction. Hey, dude, what are you doing? Not much. Listen, just 1 second. Unauthorized target. Did you just shoot at me? I got some bad news for you, dude. Hey, look. Yeah, what are you doing? Yeah, I know. I'm gonna shove a bunch of bullets into you, and you're gonna die. Yeah, take that. Don't even start with me. Whatever. All right, let's go. So we're gonna head back now to the turbo motor factory. We'll go that way to sneak into the copper facility, which we've never really looked at. The copper facility, obviously, it takes a lot of copper sheets, or it takes a lot of sheets to make turbo motors, because a lot of my formulas use the alternative plans, and a lot of them alternative plans use well, they call them the cooling units now, but they were called heat sinks at one time. And it's funny. Some of the machines call it heat sinks. Some of them call them cooling units. Well, listen, I don't care. I wish they'd stick to like one terminology, but I think they might have like changed the terminology, but not changed it across all the board, right? Because some things are like, well, it's called a heat sink, and some of it's called a cooling unit, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, holy smokes, give me a break. Anyway, nevertheless, that's fine. We're gonna take a whip up here. Zippity zip. this is water. It's too bad that wasn't something better. I think this is water, right? I'm pretty sure this is just water. Hey, what are you up to? Not much. This is just water, right? Yeah, water. Yeah, listen, guys. Yeah, you're not that exciting. Okay. Really. Look, watch this. I'm going to jump in my car and leave you here. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Okay, so I'm going to drive up here. Of course, last episode, this entire factory here for the turbo motors is all now automated and is all running off of the towers. I've cleaned up a lot of the power lines here while we were offline. Well, I say a lot, but there's a few I've missed. You know, cut me some slack, people. But I did clean up a fair amount of them, so now they're all like in their own little grids. It's kind of nice that way. Now, to get to that copper field, you got to go this way. But like these machines here, right? These machines here on my left are specifically supposed to make heat sinks, right? But now, like, so half the time they're using the word heat sink, half the time they're using heat exchanger, half the time they're using cooling units. Like, I really wish they would like pick a terminology and stick with it, because it really makes it hard when you're like trying to plan out a factory or try to fix a factory, what it is I'm trying to fix. Because, like, for example, when I was trying to fix the turbo motors the other day, here I am looking around for thinking that these cooling units were like new technology, and I was like, oh my goodness, why can't I find these things in the tree, right? Meanwhile, they're not new technology. They're heat exchangers, but they changed the labeling on them. What's this train doing? Well, I'll drive it in a second. But what is it doing? What's it holding? Oh yes, I turned this one off. This is the train. This is the only train that was running back and forth for the longest time. I did actually turn this train off the other day, just to have it set aside. Okay, but we're not here to look at the trains, dude. We're here to look. We want to go to the copper factory. I don't know if you can drive. Like, I know you can't drive all the way to the copper factory, but I thought you could drive like part of the way. But it has been a long time. I will say it's been a long time since I've been. I mean, it's been a long time since I've been down to this factory. So it is what it is, people. I don't think I can drive all the way there, but I'm pretty sure I can drive a little bit more. Let me see. And of course now it's going to get dark, right? Oh, there it is. There is the copper factory. Yeah, that's one copper factory, people. Let's get out of the car. Sure, he says. No, let's. Okay, well, you can hold that for a while. Hold that. Yeah, so this is the copper factory, hidden far in the back. Oh, look, stuff. Okay, I don't know what that was. Oh, spitting monster. That's what that was. Well, I don't really care about him. He can sit up there all day. So this is a copper sheets factory. All that copper that was over there in that oil factory comes here, and then gets turned into copper sheets, and then and then as Jamie and I talked about earlier, yeah, leaves on all these belts and goes over to the turbo motors through the woods. But again, doing this by train was just kind of semi-inefficient. It was much more efficient just to shove it on belts. So that's, I noticed it is all paused up at the moment. It would be because of things, but where am I getting the power for this is the question. Because I'm pretty sure this is not coming from a normal location. Where is power coming from? Is that a power line over here? Nope. That's the space elevator, dude. The nice part about this is that there's 2 sets of tracks here, but not because I was ever double tracking this. This was actually for 2 separate train lines, but now I'm going to have to actually use these 2 tracks as a double track. But the nice part is that I don't have to go through the very painful, torturous method of trying to get 2 tracks in here, because getting these 2 tracks in here was very, very painful. Trains may be faster over longer distance. Probably, oh yeah, probably so, right? I mean, again, to move the volume of stuff that a train can, you literally have to build these huge belt walls of things, right? These huge walls of belts moving like multiple lines of stuff. And trains do make that a lot easier, you know. It's just that in this game in particular, it's a little hard to justify, because there just really isn't a lot of like the distance. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some distance, but it's not like half an hour of distance. I can get from one end of the map to the other in under 10 minutes, right? Like if we were talking like, you know, maybe like an hour, I don't know, then maybe that would be a thing. Where is this power coming from? Is it coming up over here? It's like the magical power. I hate this magical power stuff. Well, I know there's no train stations here, so there is a power pole somewhere that's doing it. I just gotta find it. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Don't fall down there. Yep. Okay. Look at that. Top secret power pole there. Okay, cool. Yep. So. Okay, be very, very careful. Can you land here for a second? Yep, very good. Yep. Up a little higher. Okay, so so there is a power line here. It is going through the woods, and I'm assuming it's. Yeah, there's the power pole there, and then over there. Okay, well at least I know how it's getting its power. It's not getting it from the oil factory. That was my big concern. I just didn't want it getting it from the oil factory, because that would have been a real pain in the butt. I mean, it wouldn't have been. I just would have changed it. I would have changed it to be this factory over here, because it would be better. Better in the long run for me. Where's the car? There's the car. There we go. All right, at least I know where the copper's coming from. It's coming from over here. Awesome. Okay, so now we're going to start making our way over to oil field number 1. We got to start getting that on its own circuit network, so as we can start bringing that online. And in fact, oil field number 1 will be the first oil field we totally fix. It is partially workable, right? So, and there's the power line right there. I can see it underneath this belt set. Good. That answers all that question. Hey, stink plants, what are you doing? I should kill you, but I won't kill you right now. I'll kill you later. Sure, he says. Yeah, I'll get you later. That's what I'll do. So we should make our way over to oil field number 1. This is probably a good time. You know what? I'll wait till I drive down here. I'll drive over here, and then I'm going to put the map up. You know, the map that I said I was going to put up 10 minutes ago and didn't, to show our progress and see how we're doing. Yeah, we're going to do that here in a second. Okay, yeah, come through there. But I mean, everybody wants to see me drive through my rotor bridge, right? I mean, I know I do. Hey, Jeff, what are you doing? What's going on up there, Jeff? Give me the scoop, buddy. Do you see anything up there that's going on? No? All right, Jeff. I'm sure Jeff will let me know if he sees anything up there. Jeff just flies around all day long, round and around and around. You'd think he'd get tired, take a landing every once in a while, but nope. Jeff never gets tired. He just flies around. He's good. He's all good. Turn this way. Another thing that will have to be done is the removal of all my past factories, which is a little sad, but I do have file backups, right? So when I do take these things out, it's not like I'm losing anything, right? If I really want to, I'll be able to go to backups and look at all this first generation stuff. But with almost 600,000 objects in the game, I've got to try and cut some of them. I got to cut some of them back. I cleaned this all up, all the power poles. Cleaned this all up. This has all been cleaned up. Trees all removed. Driving around is nice again, and it's actually a little weird not having all the power poles here, because of course all the power poles have been taken away. Okay. Yeah, all the power now runs out on the big power towers out there on the concrete. Ooh, whoops. Yes, you lost control of that one. Oh, here come the bugs. Yeah, go away. Whatever. Yeah, but all the power towers have been taken, or all the power lines have been taken out of this, and it is now. Oops. Except that you got like a concrete pillar. Well, the concrete pillar's there because it has different purpose. But all the power stuff is now running along the water. So all the power lines that were in here have all been taken out. All this power's been cleaned up. So all this has been cleaned up. All the power lines are now run out to the water, to the power towers that are out there. And again, these are tiny little places, right? So I wasn't too worried about doing this stuff on camera. Like, I mean, this is just a drilling facility, right? You know, it's just a small drilling facility. So, you know, I wasn't too worried about capturing, fixing this one all up on camera. But where's it all going? It's going out here, people. Boom. That's right. It's come out here, and there are all the towers out there. I have been quite busy out here. Yep, I was quite busy out here with all the towers, doing all the things. Yeah, come on, dude, you can drive over these train tracks. There we go. Look at that. Nice. So we cleaned up all the power lines and all the power things right up to here. Now, the reason I stopped here in one case is from, I think it's the next one up. Must be the next one. From here, going into the woods is a real pain in the butt. Where's my bridge? Oh yeah, the bridge is back there. So I got to take a huge power tower. I got to take a set of power towers and stuff and go into the oscillator factory that's in the center of the map, which you should now show people. Duh. You've been saying you're going to show them the map. Show them the map. All right. I'll turn on the map. All right. There's the map of all the things, people. Yep. That's how this works. So starting from right to left, where the orange arrow is, of course, that is the nuclear facility that we were there. Right here is the purple crater, blue crater, and that was oil field number 2. We were there to fix up the copper. There is the orange arrows pointing at the copper facility there now. This is the turbo factory area, which we've driven by. We are now driving up the coast here. Yeah, we've updated a lot of the power. We're right about here at the moment, which of course inland, let's now turn on the other boxes for the people so they can see. Boop, there we go. So inland, of course, is the oscillator factory, but I have to run power towers into that, so that's why I am where I am here at the moment. We're now going to make a stop right here. Yep. Over. Oh no, dude. Dude. Work with me here. There we go. Right here, where the oil, right above me, right above the car here, where my arrow is. We're about to stop at oil number 1 and fix some of that. Is what we're going to do. So as we can get that at least to an orange level for stable power. We'll also try and do a few of the power, a little bit of the power in the upper left here. That, of course, is the space elevator factory, which all makes all that stuff. Yeah, so obviously we have nuclear power on orange. That will now actually move to yellow. So that box will be yellow on the next stream now that we've added more capacity to it. The aluminum will stay orange until I get it. I could move it to yellow, but I might move it to yellow because I do have it on a circuit network. But the power lines over there are such a mess that I think I'm going to leave it as orange until I clean up some of them power lines over there. I think is what I'm going to do. As for oil number 2, I did mention that oil number 2 will stay offline for now. That box will just stay red because that has to be all redesigned. Copper can go to orange because I will add a power node for that and just connect it in with the factory for the turbo motors. Turbo motors is now orange because, hey, we actually seen them working by accident last episode, which of course is a good thing. And I did fix the 2 pumps for the coal power. So right above this big orange box, there's a small orange box. That is where the coal power plants were, and I did fix the 2 broken pumps in there. So now all 24, I think there's 24. No, there's 32. 4 8s are 32. Yeah, all 32 coal plants in there actually are working. Does the map have a hard edge or loop around on itself? It has a hard edge. It's a 64 by, well, okay, this is their scale. It's 64 by 64 kilometers, and it has, basically it has a hard edge, right? So we are more on the far left here at the moment. You could go out there a little bit farther, but then you'll, like, if you go too far, you just, you take a lot of damage and then die, right? Like there's like a force field type deal out there. So yeah, it has a hard edge. It's 64 by 64 kilometers if you're looking for size reference on the map. So out here at oil is what we're going to work on here now. The towers, I've got the towers out here. But I just that was the last thing I did. I got the towers out here and went to bed. So that is what's going on there. Let me turn the maps back off so everybody can see the screen again. Oops, wrong thing there. Push that, and then you should push that. There we go. Do that. Excellent. So, of course, this is oil field number 1, and oil field number 1 is a mix of new and old. The new stuff is up here, and so these factories here are functional. This is a fully functional space station. We could turn these on right now, and they would work just fine. In fact, they would be happy to work. So these are good to go, but unfortunately, it is filled with an old setup as well. I was in the middle of converting it to a new setup when I stopped playing this map. So this is an old setup and not as efficient. It's not as efficient at making rubber and plastic, which is why I was converting it into the new setup when I stopped playing. So This will change the power over and then convert this into an orange. But once this is converted over, this would be the first oil field we finish working on, and when it's done, this will make this a green area. This will be a green factory zone, for sure. I mean, it's good to go. So, like this rubber and plastic up here, I mean, it's good. Like, it works flawlessly. I mean, we've seen it working when I stopped by here in the very first stream. It was fine to keep working as it was because, of course, it had sinks, right? It has the sinks here. I turned the sinks off. That's why everything's turned off at the moment. But when the sinks were running, it was perfectly fine just to keep making me tickets. It would have made tickets all day. Like, these factories are fine, right? We just got to finish converting it over, and then this entire thing is fine. So you'll notice we have a tower here. We have this power line here. This is a thing. We need to convert this. This, if I take this power line out, what's that going to do? Something bad? Yeah, don't do that. Well, then what are we doing? Yeah, you're taking this power line out. That's going to kill a bunch of stuff up there. That's okay. This is an old power line running across there, so we don't need that anymore. Now, you're saying, well, I see everything still has power here. Yes, but it's getting it from the other side. We'll have to go kill that in a second. The reason I didn't kill this power line is because it runs these pumps underground, right? Hey, guys! Factory version 1. This was where my very first oil setup was done. I mean, a lot of things were done here at one time. I mean, there's so much history here, right? This is where my first oil was ever processed. And that was before pipes, right? The oil that was processed here was done in barrels. And then pipes came out in Update 3, and I had to convert it all over, and I hated it, right? But these belts here, this is from when oil was on oil barrels, right? I mean, here's more history. Here's more history. So these here are from when we didn't have conveyor lifts, right? So here's the old-fashioned belt work for moving stuff up and down onto belts when you don't have conveyor lifts. This is version 1 stuff here, people. This is rich. This is rich in history stuff right here. But we'll tear it all out. We will tear it all out to try and save some frame rate here as we continue to improve things. But the pumps are still good down here, right? So we can't just tear these oil lines out. The pumps are still going even today, right? Right, guys? You guys are working really hard for me, right? You betcha. Yeah, look at these. Look at all this old. What are you guys doing? There's 3 of you. Look at ya. Oh, hello, bugs. Yeah, I'm sorry. My bad. Listen, I don't need to be here anyway. Whatever, guys. I'm going back upstairs. It's much safer up there. But like, look, see, like this is when pipes were first brought into the game, and I think I had 12 turbo fuel generators here. Oh man, history. History. Mr. O, it's all good in the neighborhood. I hope you're doing well, sir. Okay, so let's now, so yes, I do want to hook it up to this tower here, but to do that, we do got to go kill the other side. I do want to see red lights on this before we try and connect it, right? Just like with the other factories, we want to make sure it's totally offline so as we know where the power is going to be coming in and out of, right? Yep, we're going to drive down here. Oh, don't drive. Well, I guess we already drive on it. I could hook it up to this tower. It's probably a better convenient tower. It's very nice. It's a very nice tower there. What is this power line going to? Is that going to that? Like, I know there's some oil around here somewhere. Oh, look at you guys. Yep, here you come. Yeah, come on. Yeah, you guys suck. Where's this oil line? Where's this line going to? Oh, I hear ya. No way. Stupid bugs. Where are ya? I can hear ya. I just can't see ya. Oh. Gee whiz. Give me my nuts. Yeah, so that's going to these pumps. Alright, that's fine. Stupid bugs. Anyway, yes, we will. I think I'll use this tower. But that is not where we're getting our extra power from. It's from over here. Yup. This line that comes down here probably then makes a right-hand turn and goes down that causeway. And we're going to kill that. And then this should all turn red. You betcha. Okay. Yeah, see this line here? All bad. It's all bad. What are we doing here? This is for pumps. Holy smokes. Yep. There, just jump off of here for a second, would you? Don't lose your mind. Yeah, this is for doing that, and then we need a whole lot more later. Yep. Anyway, nevertheless, that's fine. If I cut you off, this should all go dark, right? Yes. Yes, all red. That's good. That's what we want. It's all red. And come on, give it to me. Give me this power pole, you cheap bum. All right, there you go. All right, so now this is all red, right? Yep, you're all red. You guys are all red. So now we will hook this into that corner down there, and then we will control this as a power network. All right. And then it's off to the elevator factory. Yikes. All right. Finish the midsummer eccentric things and stuff. Yeah. How about tomorrow? Tomorrow is the first day of summer. You betcha. The longest day of the year here in the upper northern hemisphere, anyway. And then every day starts getting shorter. No, I hate that. Like, why do they do that? You know. Anyway, nevertheless, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's not like I have much choice. So, no, I got the hiccups. Unfortunately, yes, tomorrow, well, yes, tomorrow is the longest day, the longest sunny day here in the northern hemisphere. And I guess it would be the shortest day in the southern hemisphere for Jamie, I guess. Because, you know, it's, that's the way it works on the other side of the planet. So with that, then every day after that, of course, it's going to be, I just want to say if these other factories are red as well. And then, of course, every day for Jamie starts to get a little longer, and every day for poor old Max gets a little shorter. And that makes me sad. But, I mean, it'd be nice to call it the first day of summer, I guess. All right, you guys are all red, right? Yes, you are. Look at all the red lights down there. Yes, I'm going to tear this all out, but at least if these are all red lights, then I know there ain't no magical power abilities sneaking in here somewhere that I don't know about. All right, very good. You're looking forward to it. Well, okay, so how long, so here's a question for you, Jamie. So how long is a day there right now, right? I think a day here at the moment, well, tomorrow it will be like 15 and a half hours, almost 15 hours and 40 minutes long, right? The sun will be up for, I think it is. But how long is it? Do you happen to know how long a day is down there at the moment, being the shortest day for you guys in the year? Yeah, how long? Yeah, sunrise to sunset. Right? Up here tomorrow, I think, is like 15 hours and 40 minutes, right? Yeah, so how long? I'll have to check that. I'll have to see if I can check that. But you'll have to let me know. You'll have to let me know how long it is. Okay, power thing. Where's... nope, I need you to be this way. Thank you. 2. Put that power pole right there. Stick it into that. Take this power pole and stick it into this. This is oil station 1. This is oil 1. Yep, do that. Oil 1. Done. Circuit breaker priority. We'll just keep shoving everything into group 7 for now. It's fine. You gonna turn it on? Sure, he says. Boom. Slams it down. Yep, there you go. We're back in business. Very good. All right. Let's go. Well, see, now that's... I don't know. I was gonna say... I agree, Nightbot. Holy smokes. Because that's a ripoff. Because let me tell you, here, our shortest day of the year is like, it's junk. It's terrible. I think it's like 9, 10, 11, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, like my shortest day of the year is only like 8.5 hours. It really sucks, right? I think, and it's not even 8 hours. I think it goes down to the shortest is like 7 hours and 50 minutes or something like that. It really bites here, right? Because the Earth's got a tilt axis, right, of 24 degrees. So the northern part is actually shorter. And like winter here, like the shortest day in winter here really blows. It's really bad. Yeah, so from 7 to 5. So yeah, like here, it like the shortest day is like 8 to like I would say like 7:50 to like 4:10 maybe, or 4 o'clock. It really blows. It sucks. It does suck. I hate it. It's like super short. Okay. I see there's a power line running over here. What is that doing? Is it doing anything? Yes, you would. Well, you're doing something, but what are you doing? I mean, I'm assuming you're running stuff down here that I need. Is that a thing? Oh, look at this guy. Do you want a nut? No. Holy, so he shoots blue stuff. What is blue stuff?
Breaking news from Earth. Widespread chaos and mayhem. World President urges all citizens to do their part and harvest alien artifacts.
Yeah? Well, listen, the world president can come talk to me later on that. Where'd he go? Coldest day hit 0 degrees today. Wow. I must say that does suck. I hate cold. All right, where'd this guy go? Oh, he's right there. And he's really upset with me. He's stuck in the ramp. Good. Wow. He escaped that. Nope. Yeah. What do you think of me now, buddy? What do you think of me now? Boy, you're really, wow, look at the horns on you. Boy, they really gave you a makeover. Whatever. You may be entertained, Max, but that is not what you're down here for. No, it's not. You've got to do this, and you got to get rid of this, and you got to get rid of that, and you can get rid of this, and you can clean the rest of that up later. Because why are these these power lines are probably running a bunch of miners down here somewhere. Where? Don't know. But we gotta be careful tearing this stuff out. Well, yeah, that's the funny part, right? Like literally, it was like 0 degrees was like literally like a month and a half ago here, 2 months ago. So, yeah, I wish the shortest day of the year was like 0. Oh, gee. Yeah. It's when it gets down to -20 that really bothers you. All right? I will say. Well. Anyway, nevertheless, that's fine. Just know, Jamie, that we're very jealous. Even on your shortest day of the year, we're still jealous. Is this? I'm assuming this factory has power. And it would be getting that power from the other side of the planet. Well, not the other side of the planet, but it is probably getting it from the other end of the factory. So let's see if we can't try and cut it off over there. So I do have towers in here. I have some towers. You'll notice that the towers keep going down that way. We'll take a drive down this way and see if we can't cut this sucker off. All right. Which way do you want to drive through the factory? Let's take this way. That's fine. So the goal here, of course, again, I'd like to see red lights because obviously that means it's on its own. We've isolated the factory from its own network. This here, of course, is the space elevator factory. It's the one that makes the 50 golf balls a minute and all the other crazy. Noah, what's up? I hope it's all good in the neighborhood. This factory is a bit extensive. It is a little extensive. Yup. I'll bring the map up here for you in a second, just so you can see the extensiveness of it all. Yeah, so this makes 50 golf ball elevator parts, and you know, it makes a lot of elevator parts. It makes a lot of elevator parts. This is a very big factory. And I made this factory as its own separate factory altogether. And the reason I had made it was because I thought it was going to be worth a bucket load of points. So I had built this big mega space elevator factory, hoping to get a lot of tickets out of it. And it turns out that the stuff for the space elevator sucks for tickets. They're really bad. Like, I wish I had taken, like, I almost, now, I don't regret building this factory, but, like, I would have gotten a lot more tickets if I'd used the resources here to build another 50 turbo motors. Because, like, I thought, oh, I'm going to get so many points for all these fancy space elevator parts. No, I didn't. I was very disappointed in the amount of power, or the amount of points I was getting out of the space elevator parts. I wanted a lot more tickets out of those. I must admit, it was pretty bad. Okay, so where does the power line go from here? Does it go down this far? It does. There's the power line there. All right, but we have to be a little careful here because there's a radar tower up there. How do you want to cut this one off, Max? Do you want to make the radar tower part of this factory? I think so. I say we cut it off from here. Okay. That seems to have done nothing, right? No, it did die. It definitely died. What is this? Production is none. Consumption is 30,000. All right, so so you guys are all red. Yes, you are. Okay, cool. Excellent. That means this is now totally off its own grid, and we can now put it back on its own grid. That makes me really happy, by the way. I thought this factory might give me more trouble today, but it didn't. And I like that. So this is all red. Excellent. We'll confirm that. That means that radar's offline, but that's fine. Then I can clean up all that. All right, so now let's drive back this way. Just to confirm that, because we want to hook this up in the front, right? I don't want to hook it up back here. So these are all red. Looks good. These are over here all red. Yup. That's very red. Excellent. Looks good. Lots of red lights here. We like that. Okay. Okay, come down this way. Let me put the map up here for how many hours do you have on this save? 2,054 as of today. 2,054 hours. Yipper. Oops. You took the wrong turn. Yes. These are all red lights too. Good. Excellent. This makes me very happy. So let's bring up the map here for Noah. Boop. And so this is the map that these factories are all on. This here are all the factories. The boxes in red are factories that are not repaired or not functional as of right now, as I try to repair them with update 8. The orange boxes are initially repaired. On the far right is the nuclear facility, and not only is it repaired, but we just gave it another 1,000 hours of waste storage, so that is now going to turn yellow. And then as soon as we get colliders in there, that will turn green. The aluminum factory right beside it is yellow because a lot of these factories need to be fixed. Either A, the formulas have changed, so obviously you gotta go around and fix a bunch of machines with the new alternative formulas or whatever formulas they were using. We may have to destroy a bunch of factories there. The second oil facility down at the bottom right is totally useless and will have to be torn apart. The first oil facility on the left side, from not the upper left, but just below that, where we were just there actually 10 minutes ago. In fact, that's it right over there. If you look at pointing at the car, that's the first oil facility. It's half working, so it will probably move to an orange state. Now we want to turn this. We want to connect this up. I want to connect this. Where am I connecting this? Do we want to connect it with that tower? I guess so. I guess that is kind of the best tower to connect this with. Yes. Sure, he says. So yeah, 2,000 hours, and we're slowly bringing it back to life. So this map hasn't been looked at in quite some time. It'd been a couple years since I'd had this map open. And so obviously when we first opened it, episode 1 was us doing an initial assessment on the map. How badly was it damaged? Could I actually fix it? Turns out, yes. Turns out I can fix it. and I'm going to fix it. And not only that, but it's not in that bad a shape actually. Which made me very happy. I was glad to see that it was actually in better shape than expected. We had not we didn't have a lot of buried buildings or, stuff like that. And overall, yeah, we're just gonna fix it up, is what we're doing. I will now take all the magical maps away. So push that button, there you go, and push this button, there you go. So now, so this map, its initial, I've had this map since day one. This map is a day one map. So it's changed half a dozen times. It's gotten updates many times over the last, 3.5 years or whatever, however long it's been. It's been a while. It's been around a while. A, B, right? So you're going to be that. You're going to be this. And you're going to be space elevator parts. Okay, parts. The map itself does 50 turbo motors a minute, 50, and a bucket load of space elevator parts. It does a lot of stuff. Power switch is off. I know. Space elevator parts. We'll throw it in there. Do this. Turn this on. Boom. Look at that. You're back in business. Okay. Cool. I forget the names of all these crazy things. I can't remember all the names. So, like, it makes 50 space golf ball parts. It does a couple of hundred plates a minute, space elevator plates. Does, I think, 100 space gantry pieces a minute. There's a whole bunch of stuff here. Whatever all the space elevator parts were until more recently. I don't know if I can see that. Can I see those? Can I see them in the back of the car? If I look in the, at the crafting bench, can I see those? I think I can, right? Would they be under, do they have them separated? Standard parts. Steel pipes, aluminum casings, alien remains, electronics, biomass, ingots, compounds, power shards, communications, nuclear. Really? You're going to show me nuclear, but you're not going to show me the space elevator parts? Do I need one of them crazy, what is it? No. Do I need like an equipment bench here? Really? I don't have 6 plates? Oh, Jesus. What kind of operation are you running here, Max? I don't know. Listen, all I know is that I make a bunch of stuff here. Like, what are these things? Yeah, I think I make like 100 of these a minute. These versatile frameworks. The space golf balls are down here, right? Okay, those are the frameworks. What's these things? Oh, those are the rotors, right? But the rotors, I know they make a space part here. Let's see. Which way do you want to go for these space parts? Probably this way. There's a crafting bench. You should go hang out with that for a minute. Oh, there's a big hole in the ground. Don't fall into that. That would suck. I mean, there's so much going on underneath these factories. All the belt work. Yeah, Xeno zappers, blah blah blah, rifles, all the things. Yeah, I guess you can't see that stuff unless you actually build it in the factory. What are you doing? You're doing something. I know you are. You are making heavy modular frames, and you're doing that because somebody wants them over there. Okay, well, get in the car and go see who wants them. Do that. Is that my golf balls? Nope. That's just normal frames. And what are you doing? Is this my golf ball maker? Oh, yeah, here's the golf balls. What are these things? They're adaptive control units. So I think I make 50 of those a minute, right? And making 50 of those a minute is not easy, right? Because I think I have to make I think I'm making 200 automated wiring a minute. Like, I mean, this factory makes a lot of space parts, and I was really bummed out when they were not worth very much in the item sync. Like, I expected those golf balls to be worth almost as much as turbo motors, which is why I made 50 of them a minute. Because when I finished with the 50 turbo motors, I thought, well, I'll make 50 of these golf balls. These crazy golf balls, or space balls, because I thought, they would be worth as much in tickets as the turbo motors, but they weren't. They're only worth a fraction. Anyway, nevertheless, yeah. So there's like this big mega factory over here that makes all the space elevator parts, and then of course we have the big factory for making the turbo motors. Now, how far did I get with the towers here? I think I only got to the top of that hill up there, right? Pretty sure that's my last tower. Do you want to drive over there? Have a look? Alright, we'll go this way. I know I haven't gotten it down to the oil field, not oil field 3. Oil field 3 is the oil field that works this factory. And it's totally broken. It's another broken factory. Yeah, this is the end of the road for you, dude. How much inventory do you have on you? Do that. Do this. You can. How much gas do you have stored in here? Yeah. Okay, you can take this. Take the car with you. Let's go. Everything is fine. Yeah, so I took all these power lines out. These are all gone now, all cleaned up. These here, I actually put down this for a test. Yep, it's charged. Don't get me wrong, I just put it in for a test. It's the first time I ever built one, just to see what it was like. So we have this tower here. I've got these geothermals hooked into the to the main tower network, so they can provide power. And this is the last tower I've put down, right? I think so. There's another example for Jamie of why of me not using a train, because there's another big wall of belt. Yeah, just going along the landscape. No trains there, Betty. There's no trains on that sucker. Nope. But this is the last tower I've put in. So do you want to try and extend this out a little bit? Sure, he says. Just don't die out here, he says. Oh, look, it's more of them stupid things. I hate them things now. They really upset me a lot. If you don't kill them, they're gonna get eaten. Yep. Okay. Get your sword out, dude. Yeah, don't use the gun. Just get your sword out. Let's get on with this. Yeah, what do you think of me, Bugs? Yeah, go away. That's what I think. Yep. Yep. the big wall of belt china. Right there. Look at that. It just goes on and on and on forever. Yep. There you go. Yeah, big wall of belt. It's pretty crazy. Okay. Would you like to put a tower? Would you like to know more? Well, yes. Please tell me. Well, I'm going to put a tower up here. All right. Where are you going to put it? Well, somewhere. I'm going to put it here, I guess. And then I'd like to put the next tower. You can barely see it with the fog turned on. But way down there is another oil facility. Now, that oil facility is totally broken. So I'm not too worried about getting it running today or anything like that. You're out of metal, dude. Darn it. Gee whiz. You're out of metal. You're out of stuff. That's your life right there, dude. You're just out of stuff. What are you guys making? Oh, you're making my cores, right? Yeah, you're making my automated wiring cores for the space elevator. As you can see, I have all kinds of factories here. So how many can you make? You make 2.5 a minute. So I think there's enough here to make 100. I think there's 100 here. I think it makes 100 of those a minute. I mean, that's crazy numbers, right? Well, Darn it. Trying to find, like, yeah, like, look at that. I mean, well, there's all kinds of, why do you only, why is there a 4? What's, oh, that's offline? Why is that offline? That's really weird. Why would that be offline? Why would you do that? Here, you can do that. That will start up this whole, I actually probably shouldn't have done that. That might have been a mistake. Because these guys are going to start emptying out, which means parts of this factory are going to come back online, and I don't know if I have enough power currently to run all that. Yikes. We'll just pretend I didn't do that for a minute. Yeah, like a whole bucket load of motors are there. What are you guys? You're more motors, and you're more motors. I think it makes 200 motors a minute over here. Yeah, something like that. 200-300 motors, 100 motors a minute, because that's, you need a lot of motors to make a lot of this stuff. All right. Well, you're out of supplies. You're out of stuff, Max. Why don't you put the car down? We'll drive back to end this episode off. All right. So we got nuclear back up and running. We've got oil field number 1 separated on the power network. We have the space elevator parts on its own power network. We'll take the back way to go back. I mean, this is still like a 10-minute drive, right? So it's not, I mean, we're not ending the episode here. Like, it's not going to end in like 2 minutes. This is like a 10-minute drive to get back home. No, get out of the car. You got this gas in it, you goof. Yeah. You open the trunk. Thank you. Excellent. So let's take the back route. Yikes. Nobody goes the back route. It's very dangerous. Well, true, but we'll take the back route anyway. Okay. So we're going the back way. This is a mistake, but we'll do it anyway. There's the only thing out here in the back side of the, well, this would be the, I guess, the top of the map if you're looking at it from a map's point of view. The only thing out here is oil facilities. It's the only thing I have out here. I must admit, there's some big changes that happened out here I had to fix up. Yep, turn this way, dude. There you go. You're good. I see they moved a bunch of stuff here, right? So you got to remember, this is from day one. So at one time you couldn't drive through here. Well, and you still really can't because of all the gas plants. This little road route I've got going on here to drive around. Boy, did they ever change this up here though. So of course at one time the way this worked was you actually had to drive to the top of that hill, and then when you drove to the top of the hill, you either kept going straight into the jungle or you turned a sharp left and go down the hill to go along the Rocky Valley Road. But now the entrance is here for Rocky Valley Road. You don't even go over there. This was a big change for me. Luckily, when they made all this change, none of my belt work got buried. Like, look, some of it's floating in the air, yes, but I'm okay with that. At least it didn't get buried underground, so I got very lucky here. So at one time, so see, here's the old power lines. The power lines are going up there, and I guess you still could come down from that hill, but they've now added this second route into it. You used to come down off of that hill and then down this way. And then some of this didn't get updated. It's updated but not updated. And then over here, like, there's a bunch of new trees and stuff, and this kind of got messy to drive through. But then I had to fix this because the bridge was too short. This bridge here, I had to add some extra pillars to it, or extra foundations, because it was too short. Yet this factory here is perfectly fine. They didn't change that piece, so that was kind of funny there. This oil facility, its only job. Oh look, bugs. Guess what, bugs? Whatever. You're gonna fly out. You're gonna hit the car. Whatever. This oil facility is only used by the space elevator factories, and it is offline at the moment. It is busted. It's all gummed up. So this one will have to be totally tore out and fixed up. It is what it is. You got to fix this stuff, Max, and there's a bunch of it to be fixed. So it will have to be done. I don't know. I'm going to try to make. I'm going to try and do it in blueprints because fixing these oil facilities takes a lot of time. It would be great if I could do it with a blueprint plan. That being said, these things are massive, right? So we'll be back online in the office. No, we're just gonna. I'll be wrapping up here soon. I'm just taking the back way through the rocky, through the upper rocky part of the map. So I'm actually driving up here through this part down. Go away, menu. There's the car there. You can see it in green with my check mark on it. I'm driving the car. Yes, I am. We're just going to take the car down this way and then cut through the woods into the jungle here, I think, and then come back to the base that way. It'll take about 10 minutes or so to drive this way, so I just thought it'd be something different. In fact, you know what? Let's actually do the jungle route. I have not driven that yet. I have driven this route a couple of times just to confirm everything, you know, what was broken, what was not broken, blah, blah, blah. The one place I have not driven yet to confirm is the actual jungle road. So let's actually take that route back, because that actually will make me very... I don't know. Whoa, car. Easy now. Yeah, calm down. We'll take the actual jungle road back. Yeah, whatever, bugs. I'm coming back again. Yeah, beep, beep. Yeah, boom. Yeah, oh, great. Good job, car. Good thing you're protecting me. Gee-whiz. Okay. Okay, so scoot around the trees here and a few other things. Oh, gee whiz. Pretty rough. It's pretty rough drive. So there was always water here. So they kind of like updated little parts of this, but not all of it, I guess. And I think they made some of the water a little longer. And yes, like I said, this has always been the way that you used to get down here. This hill right here. This is the 5-minute crazy unknown save. Oh, really? These trees aren't that strong, dude. Drive through the crazy things. But they've changed this. Like, there's a bunch of rocks here now on the left. That's pretty crazy. All right, so now this is the jungle road. This is another way to get across the map. I don't usually go this way, but we'll go this way today. And that's why it's all the bushes are in here and stuff, because I have not driven this way at all. This is probably going to be all bad. So they've obviously updated some of this because some of them power poles are floating, and a few of these are buried into the ground. So I hope I can drive this way. Still, hope so. Yep. And yeah, it's pretty laggy in here. I don't know, wherever they've done map updates, it gets pretty laggy at times. Anyway, nevertheless, it's fine. Okay. Yep. Well, I see the road is still here. Looks like there's a new little road right there. I don't know. Maybe I'll go exploring on that one day. Looks like that's a rib cage. Is that a possible rib cage or something? That looks relatively new. The power poles aren't buried. I do remember, like, there always was like a sort of a divot along this road around this area. That being said, I see that they have changed this somewhat. Let's see, we got power lines here. I have a shortcut up here that I'm going to take, but I have to find it because, of course, this has changed now, right? So I don't know if it's going to be here still or what. Now this is coming into spawn number 3. I think this is spawn. Yeah, this is spawn 3. So if you choose like the hardest starting spot, this is where you get spawned in at. Wow. Is it really laggy up here? Like, holy smokes, what's with the lag up here? So this is spawn 3. This is where you spawn. This is like one of the main areas that you spawn into if you choose hard mode, right? Because, I mean, it's all the same map. Like, that's why I don't really worry about where it is I'm spawning. I just spawn wherever because it's like, well, it's all the same map. It's not like you're getting like 3 different maps. Okay, this here did change. I see there's a cute little river running here now. And then this does a split. Okay, well, I don't know what the split does for me. So you used to drive down that way. I see it's kind of a little loopy. But I think I want to go up here. But they've changed it. So this used to go up around that side of this pillar. But they now looks like I might be able to get up there this way. If I turn this way. It's going to be really hard to figure this out. Am I going to be able to see this on the map? Probably not. Yes, game, I know. Like, we're in the jungle and you're having a hard time all of a sudden. I don't want you to lose your mind. So, is this where I want, or is this where I want? It seems too soon. Again, haven't been up here in a long time, right? Is this the outer edge of the swamp, or is it like... This is all changed. This is definitely changed. Okay, well, there's my power line. Wow, the amount of lag up here is crazy. Maybe they should cut back on the flowers a little bit. Definitely. So... Well, you're not driving up that anymore. If that's where you were driving up before, Max, you're not driving up that now. All I know is that there's a lot of lag here. Like, I think they went way too crazy with the bushes. Way too crazy with the pretty bushes. Is this where I want to drive up now? Okay, do that. Yes, it is. Look at that. I even left myself a clue. Congratulations. Yeah, clue time. So they have changed it, but at least it's still here. Yeah, go, 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 go. Yeah, magical bridge. You bet. Get out of this crazy lag zone that they've got. Holy smokes. Yeah, listen, this is not the... Oh, wow. The amount of lag here is crazy. Like, okay. Is the game frozen or what? Holy smokes. Yep. Definitely, definitely wouldn't stay here. Hey guys, what's up? Listen, you guys wouldn't mind moving, would you? Yeah. Yeah, I know, you're like a whole herd. Yeah. Go away, would you? Whatever, dude. Whatever. Okay. Well, at least we got across that. Can I now get onto the platform like I used to? Yes. Yes, you can. It's really not... I mean, they changed a lot in here. Yeah. I mean, but at least I'll be able to get on it. I can't drive back up off it, but at least I can get onto this. All right. We got to get out of here. Holy smokes, the lag is crazy. Yeah, I don't know what design they did here, but they really wrecked that. All right. Wow, where are we? I wish the car didn't sound like a chainsaw. Yeah. Where are we? We are actually... This is basically the center of the map. Right there on this big lake. And this is where I used to have... this was where my major turbo fuel factory was. This was where I had my setup for all my turbo fuel power generation before nuclear. It was all here. Obviously, it's all gone because once I had nuclear in, I took this all out to convert all the oil into rubber and plastic for doing things. That being said, what is still here? Well, the oil setup is here. The actual oil pumps are here. And now all that was here was a train to take the oil away. This is one of them times I was actually using trains. The other thing that's here is a big pathway to the Pink Forest, which is just basically a place of death. Which, I mean, this whole area is death, right? I mean, if the swamp is the worst place, this is the second worst place you can be. If the swamp is the first worst place, this is the second worst place. But we'll take a quick drive this way. We got to get out of here anyway because holy smokes, the amount of lag, the amount of lag back there, that was crazy. The amount of stink plants here though, drive is crazy. It's like someone lost their mind and just put in 400 stink plants here everywhere. Hey Bugs, what's up? Hey you, what's up? Listen, get out of my way. So of course this is the Pink Forest. It's got spiders. It's very bad. But this is where all the bauxite is. If you want the pure bauxite, this is where you got to get it. And I needed all the bauxite. For the amount of aluminum required, I needed all this bauxite. So I had no choice. Wow, thanks, lag. Listen, give me a break. It's okay, game. It's okay. We'll be done here in about 5 minutes, all right? Gee whiz. That's the only issue about the game. The more you travel the map, the more laggy it gets, right? As it tries to keep storing more and more of the map in memory and stuff, it gets really bad. So, of course, you come up here, and, of course, all the bauxite is in the Pink Forest there. That's what these 4 belts are doing. And then, of course, we take them 4 belts. You'll notice, if you look directly behind the car, it's really hard to see, but it looks like there's a bunch of belts back there, and that is actually part of these belts. Those belts that are way, way back there behind the car are actually part of these belts, plus a bunch of coal belts and a bunch of other stuff going to the aluminum factory over in the swamp is what this is all about. So turn the camera around so we don't drive off of this thing and kill yourself. That would be bad. Because let me tell you, just trying to get stuff back nowadays is a real pain in the butt. So with that, we're going to head back to town. Yep, back to my base of operations. And I will keep putting offline. I'm going to keep putting put down towers and stuff. I guess trains are next on the list. Yep, that's a thing. So we got to fix all the trains, people. Well, we have to keep working on the power. That's a thing. But we also have to work on trains. Unfortunately, of course, well, not unfortunately, but I have no other word for it. We got to fix all these trains. So we have to do things. Yep. More swamp area. Yep, that's perfectly fine. Like what? Don't drive off of that. Don't drive off of it, or we're gonna be in trouble. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Okay, thanks, lag. Like, what is it with you in the swamp? Why is it so dark in here? Anyway, nevertheless, as you can see, we're gonna have to fix a bunch of the train zones. Luckily, some of this has double track on it already, though it was never meant to be used as double tracked. I don't know, like, usually I have 2 tracks because I had 2 sets of trains trying to move stuff around. And then now it's super dark. I can't see squat. What's going on here? Why is it so dark here? This isn't even part of the swamp. Or I don't think it is. I mean, maybe it is part of the swamp now. Who knows? Anyway, I know this way is the way out. This is the way we're going to get back to the base. Wow, it's so dark here. Like, gee whiz game. And trust me, I've got all the settings turned down. I've got the settings turned down. Oh, okay, so I guess we're going to drive out of the darkness. Doesn't matter, we're going to drive into this big mega cave. They did change this cave. I do know that. Yep, whatever, creature. This cave used to be a lot bumpier. This cave used to be really hard to drive down. It's not nearly as hard now. I did take a drive up this cave the other day, and while driving down this cave, it was like, wow, this is so smooth. Like, it's so nice to drive in this cave now. This cave used to be a real pain in the butt. Now, I mean, this corner is still a bit of a pain in the butt, but as long as you take it a little easy, like, that's what them platforms were there for, so you could recover, but you don't even need them anymore. Like this, I mean, this is a really nice driving cave now. I was quite surprised when I came through here. The only thing really in this cave is uranium for nuclear, but I don't use the uranium in here, so for my nuclear, I would never build a nuclear base here. But I do have it set up if I ever did want to use it. There it is. The miner's sitting on top of it, but I'll never use it. Just doing nuclear in here is crazy. But that, like, yeah, driving through here one time used to have all these stalactites and stalagmites, and they still have a few of them in the cave, like right there, but nothing compared to what it used to be, right? Like, now it's like you can drive through here, and it's actually quite nice. It's actually pretty easy. Like, zero challenge. And we're out. What's going on out here? Is it still dark? Is that why everything is so, like, I thought it was daytime again. Anyway, whatever, that's fine. So, of course, now we're basically back at base. We'll just swing around this way, and... Okay, why is the shadow following me? Like, why am I driving in the shadow? Like, game, give me a break. Come on, get out of here with that. Like, this is the dumb... Whatever. Yep. Shadow driving. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. There's the water again, by the way. So we're back at base now. Yeah, shadow driving. It's perfectly okay. Yeah, there's no way I can drive out of the shadow. This magical shadow just follows me everywhere. Awesome. I love it when a game tries to make it 14% harder to do anything. It's great. I'll tell you right now. Okay, we are back at base. All the things. Yeah, and you might as well give me the 10-second lag jigger for the 5 minutes here at the end. Yep, get up there. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure this is going to happen. All right. I do. I have everything set on medium at the moment. Well, first of all, keep in mind, there are over, like I said, there's, I think, over 600,000 objects in this game, in this map. You have to turn the settings down, or basically you have no choice. But that being said, like, now, one thing that I do note is the more you travel around the map in a session, the more the map will lag, right? And I think that's because it's trying to load more and more of the map into memory and all that stuff, and then try and track all the pieces. Because you got to remember, outside of visual range, the map just calculates. It doesn't try to draw anything. It doesn't try to, you know, show any items or anything like that. Outside of your visual range, everything is just a calculation. So, but the problem is that the more and more you drive around the map, it's now having to bring that into a separate memory component, right? And now it's having to do more calculation. Things will start to get more laggy, right? Like here, we're back to being normal again, right? Okay, and we should be, right? Things should be normal here. But when we were like in all that new part, after traveling already a lot of the map, you're going to run into a lot of that stuff, right? So it is what it is. Oh, look, autosave's about to happen in 8 seconds. This is a good time to definitely stop. It's a good time, because I mean, it takes 3 minutes to save the map. Okay, with all that and all the things, I'm Max. This has been Satisfactory Update 8, the 2,000-hour map fix. We're making progress. I mean, we're making progress, people. I'm very happy. Yeah, so, coming down around the coast, so nuclear, lots of storage, good to go. We're going to fix oil 2 field later. We've got the turbo factory, kind of reassigned, all good there. We've got the oil 1 processing facility, at least rewired. Yes, and half of that factory actually works good, so we'll fix that. We've got the upper left-hand corner of the space elevator factories all rewired, so at least they're good to go. I'm going to try and run around just to see what two things are. Next 2 things on my checklist are to try and assess which machines need to be reworked in terms of the formula. That's not the right wording. What's the right wording for that, Max? Recipes. Any alternate or any recipe that has changed in a machine, I'm going to try to look at that and see what's broken. Hopefully there isn't too many of that to fix. And trains. Trains is the next thing to look at, for sure. You betcha. So, with that, autosave is complete. Yeah, that only took, what, 2.5 minutes? Wasn't too bad. So, we're going to get some yellow boxes on here, I think. We're going to get a few more orange boxes on here. Of course, the boxes that are red, and they're broken. They're very broken. So it is what it is. At least stuff is getting fixed, people. That is what we want to do. So, the thanking of all the things. Of course, thanks to all recent subscribers, as their names are going at the bottom of the screen. Noah, Mr. O, Jamie, Mr. Johnson. I hope you're all doing really good today. I appreciate all the hanging out and all the things, because that's what we do here. It's really awesome. And, of course, everybody that watches later on in whatever time zone you're in, I appreciate that much. Tomorrow will be another Steam element, a Steam Next Fest Day item, and then this comes back, what's today? Tuesday? This will be back on Thursday, where we'll be trying to look at probably, like I said, we're probably going to have to start working on the train lines. First thing we got to do is start tearing down the train platforms, moving trains around. That's going to be a like that will take several things to do, right? So trains is going to be have to be a big fix because, you know, we need trains to work because some of the stuff is moving around with it. With that, I'm Max. This is all done. With that, we're going to do another Next Fest tomorrow. I'm going to see you all on the next one. Take care.